When renowned pianist Antoni Berishevsky publicly confronted Elon Musk at a charity gala, no one anticipated the dramatic turn of events to follow. "People like you grasp only numbers, not melodies," Antoni declared, daring the tech billionaire to perform at an international music festival. The world chuckled, certain Musk would stumble spectacularly. Yet, few realized Elon harbored a hidden musical past and an unforeseen connection with Antoni, unbeknownst to either. For 6 weeks, Elon trained with a mysterious elderly Ukrainian piano instructor, pushing his body and mind to their limits. But can a tech CEO truly rival a world-class pianist on his own turf? And what shocking truth binds these competitors from vastly different realms? The Grand Hall of San Francisco's Arts Center shimmered with crystal chandeliers and the gleam of designer gowns. The annual Music for Tomorrow charity gala had drawn its usual crowd of affluent donors, celebrities, and patrons, united to raise funds for school music programs. Elon Musk lingered near the back, clutching a glass of water. He hadn't intended to attend that evening, but his assistant reminded him of Tesla's substantial donation. "Just show up for 30 minutes, she advised. "Take a few photos, shake some hands, then return to work." He checked his watch, 22 minutes down, 8 to go. The lights dimmed, and a spotlight illuminated the massive grand piano at the stage's center. The crowd hushed as a tall man with black hair streaked with silver stepped forward, recognizable even to Elon. Antoni Berishevsky, the Ukrainian-American pianist whose concerts sold out globally in minutes. "Ladies and gentlemen," the host announced, "please welcome our special guest and head of tomorrow's musical program, Maestro Antoni Berishevsky." The room erupted in applause. Antoni offered a slight bow, his expression stern. He settled at the piano but paused before playing, adjusting the microphone instead. "Before I begin," Antoni said, his accent lending a musical lilt to his words, "I want to thank everyone who donated to our cause tonight." Polite applause followed, but then he added, "Yet, I must address something that weighs on my mind." His gaze swept the audience. "Lately, I've noticed a troubling trend. Individuals with no understanding of art or music suddenly decide they can buy their way into our world." A murmur rippled through the room. Elon shifted uncomfortably. "Take, for instance, some of our tech billionaires," Antoni pressed on, his tone sharpening. "They believe that building a rocket or a fancy electric car qualifies them to judge beauty and creativity." Several heads turned toward Elon. He froze, glass halfway to his lips. "I see Mr. Musk is with us tonight," Antoni noted, pointing directly at him. A spotlight swung wildly before locking onto Elon, pinning him in its blinding glare. "Tell me, Mr. Musk, have you ever created something not meant to earn money or grab headlines?" Silence gripped the room. Phones rose as people began recording. Elon cleared his throat. "I believe clean energy and space exploration hold value beyond profit," he said, his voice steady despite the sudden assault. Antoni laughed, a short, dismissive sound. "That's not what I asked. Have you ever crafted pure art? Something that exists only to stir the human soul?" Before Elon could respond, Antoni continued. "I challenge you, Mr. Musk. Our International Music Festival is 6 weeks away. If you truly respect art, come and play. Show us you understand what it means to create beauty." He turned to the keys. "But you won't, because people like you comprehend only figures, not notes. You know circuits, not sonatas." His fingers struck the keys, unleashing a thunderous Rachmaninoff piece. The spotlight left Elon, but he felt hundreds of eyes still upon him, his face burning. He set down his glass and hurried to the exit. Outside, cool night air hit his face. His driver rushed to open the car door, but Elon waved him off. "Give me a moment." His phone buzzed, then buzzed again, and again. He pulled it out to find a flood of notifications. Videos were already online, spreading across social media. Mask Challenge trended. He opened a clip, there he was, stunned, as Antoni Berishevsky mocked him publicly. Comments were harsher. Musk just got owned. Can't even play chopsticks. Time to call out these tech brothers. Elon's jaw tightened. Few things irked him more than being underestimated. Told he couldn't do something, he'd heard it when founding SpaceX, impossible, when launching Tesla, failure within a year, and countless times before. His phone rang. It was his PR director. Elon, we need to address this Volkov story. It's blowing up online. I'll handle it, Elon said. We should release a statement saying, I said I'll handle it. He hung up and opened Twitter. His fingers hovered briefly over the screen before typing, challenge accepted. Antony Berishevsky. See you at the festival. I'll bring music. You bring humility. He hit send before second-guessing himself. Within seconds, his post was retweeted thousands of times. His phone rang again. This time, it was his friend Raj, panicked. Have you lost your mind? You can't play piano at an international music festival. Who says I can't? Elon replied. Can you? Play piano, I mean. Elon gazed at the stars. Guess we'll find out. By morning, the story exploded. News anchors debated whether it was a publicity stunt or genuine rivalry. Music critics penned articles about amateurs invading professional territory. Memes flooded the internet, depicting Elon playing everything from toy pianos to rocket-shaped keyboards. At Tesla's headquarters, his executive team waited in the conference room, faces grim. This is a distraction we don't need right now, the CFO said. The Volkov challenge is all anyone's talking about. Production figures are up this quarter, Elon countered, brushing off their concerns, and the Mars mission simulation is ahead of schedule. Elon, his general counsel said gently, you need to address this. If you back out now, we can spin it as you taking the high road. Elon scanned the table. Who said anything about backing out? You're not seriously planning to play piano at the festival, the COO asked. It's in 6 weeks. 5 weeks and 4 days, Elon corrected. His phone buzzed with a message. Antony Berishevsky had replied to his tweet, Elon Musk, I admire your courage, if not your wisdom. The festival welcomes all who truly respect music. Prepare well. The world will watch. An official invitation to perform at the prestigious International Music Festival was attached. His assistant peeked in. Sir, there are 37 interview requests about the challenge, and Antony Berishevsky is on line 1. Executives exchanged nervous glances. Tell them all I'm busy, Elon said, standing. I need to practice. As he left, leaving his bewildered team behind, a faint smile played on his lips. None of them knew. No one knew, and that was exactly how he wanted it. The time had come for the world to see what Elon Musk was truly capable of. But first, he needed to rediscover how. Zara Chen's journalistic instincts ignited with a fervor. This wasn't merely a clickbait tale of a billionaire risking ridicule, it was a genuine narrative begging to be uncovered. She launched a new endeavor, delving into the enigma of a vanished piano prodigy. Could Elon Musk have once studied under a Ukrainian maestro? Her phone rang, breaking her focus. It was Marco. Where's that article? The deadline passed an hour ago. I need more time, Zara replied. I've stumbled upon something intriguing. We don't need intriguing. We need views. Everyone's covering this challenge, so we need a fresh angle. Zara hesitated. What if Musk truly possessed piano skills? What if, as a child, he trained with a Ukrainian classical pianist? Marco chuckled. Give it up, Zara. If Musk could play, the world would know. He tweets about changing his socks. Maybe not. Perhaps this is the one secret he guards. You've got 24 hours to find proof. If you can't, I need the scathing piece we discussed. Our readers crave drama. Zara hung up and eyed her research notes. Old newspaper clippings and hunches wouldn't suffice, she needed to witness Elon Musk herself, ideally at a piano. She booked a flight to San Francisco for the next morning. If the mountain wouldn't come to her, she'd ascend to it, or, in this case, to Tesla's headquarters. A confirmation email arrived, and Zara smirked. While others penned speculative articles, she aimed to unearth the truth, whatever it might reveal. If her hunch held, and Musk harbored hidden musical gifts, this could be the pinnacle of her career. Meanwhile, at Tesla's headquarters, Elon faced a revolt. Stocks dropped 3 points yesterday, Vanessa, the CFO, reported, pointing to a chart on the meeting room screen. Social media sentiment analysis shows growing unease that your focus is split. The executive team sat around the table, their faces a mix of concern and outright hostility. An emergency meeting had been called after Elon ordered a Steinway concert grand piano installed in his office. 3 points is trivial, Elon countered, scrolling through messages on his phone. We've weathered worse storms. It's not about points, Sam, the investor relations head, interjected. It's perception. Our shareholders are rattled, thinking you're distracted by this piano stunt. Elon looked up from his device. This isn't a stunt. Whatever it is, Vanessa pressed, it breeds uncertainty. Markets despise uncertainty. We've got Model Y production, a new Gigafactory foundation in Texas, and a Mars mission simulation, all unfolding simultaneously, Alex, the COO, added. You can't afford to spend weeks practicing piano for some music festival. Elon leaned back, studying the faces around him. These were sharp minds, people he'd hired for their grasp of his vision, yet they missed this. Did any of you play instruments as kids? He asked. The question caught them off guard. A few years on piano, Vanessa offered. Clarinet in the school band, Sam suggested. Violin, but I was awful, Alex admitted. Elon nodded. Do you still play? They all shook their heads. Why not? No time, Vanessa said. Lost interest, Sam added. Life got in the way, Alex concluded. Exactly, Elon said, rising to face the window. Life intervened. Adult duties, career goals, practical concerns. He turned back. But what if those aren't obstacles? What if they stem from forgetting what truly matters? Alex sighed. Elon, we get your philosophical musings, but there are practical realities. You can't run multiple revolutionary companies and prepare for a professional piano performance. Look at me, Elon said simply. Tension thickened. Finally, Marcus Rivera, a longtime friend and CTO, invited as an external advisor, broke the silence. May I speak with Elon alone? The executives exchanged glances, then filed out. As the door closed, Marcus turned to his friend. They're right. And so are you. Elon groaned. Listen, Marcus urged. No one expects you to see this through. Volkov momentarily painted you in a bad light, but that's fading. You could step back now, make a joke of it, donate $1 million to music education, and this will vanish. I won't back down. This isn't like building rockets or electric cars. Those were ambitious but fit your brand. This feels odd. Elon's jaw tightened. Since when do you care about odd? Since you started risking everything you've built. Marcus leaned forward. Be honest. Can you really play piano well enough to avoid embarrassment? Instead of answering, Elon lifted his phone, opening his calendar. The piano arrives tonight. Mrs. Petrov starts lessons at midnight. I've carved out 3 hours nightly for practice. Mrs. Petrova, my childhood piano teacher, will help me prepare. Marcus ran a hand through his hair. So you're dead serious? Very. May I ask why? Spare me the philosophical speeches you gave the team. Give me the real reason. Elon fell silent. Because Antony Bereshevsky is wrong. About what? That techies can't value art. About me. About who I am and what I cherish. Marcus studied his friend's face. After 15 years of triumphs and near bankruptcies, public feuds, and private struggles, he'd never seen this expression, a blend of resolve and something deeper, more vulnerable. "This matters to you," Marcus said. It wasn't a question. "More than I expected." Marcus nodded slowly. "Fine. But you need a strategy to manage this. You can't ignore corporate issues. What do you suggest?" "Transparency. Limited transparency. Share enough to calm markets, confirm you took piano lessons as a kid. Frame it as reconnecting with music as a creative outlet. Make it sound like a hobby, not an obsession." Marcus tapped the table, outlining a strict schedule. "Prove you're not neglecting your companies." Elon considered it. "That might work. One more thing," Marcus added. "Whatever you're planning for this performance, whatever you're working on with Mrs. Petrova, keep it secret. The element of surprise. That's always been the plan." The door opened, and Elon's assistant peeked in. "The piano's here. They need access to your office to set it up." "I'm coming," Elon said. As she left, he turned to Marcus. "Help me convince the exec team to give me space for this." "I'll do what I can," Marcus promised. "But Elon, the festival's in 5 weeks. Are you sure that's enough time?" For the first time that day, Elon smiled. "No, but that's never stopped me before." That evening, Elon stood in his office, gazing at the magnificent Steinway Grand now occupying a corner. Behind it, Tesla's blue logo glowed on the wall, merging technology with classical art in an odd harmony. His phone buzzed with a message from Mrs. Petrova, "I'm downstairs. Security is wary of an old Ukrainian lady. Please assist." Elon smiled and replied. Descending in the elevator to the lobby, he felt lighter than he had in years. The execs didn't grasp it. Marcus didn't fully, but they would soon. Music wasn't diverting him from work, it was a missing piece he hadn't realized he needed to reclaim. At midnight, Tesla's headquarters was nearly deserted. Most employees had gone home hours ago, leaving only guards and a few dedicated engineers working late. The corridors were hushed, lights dimmed to night mode. Yet from Elon's office came the sound of a piano, played with meticulous care. "No, no, no," Mrs. Petrova's voice pierced the melody. "Your hands are too rigid, like a robot. Are you a man or a machine?" Elon flexed his aching fingers after an hour of practice. "I'm trying." "Try harder," Mrs. Petrova insisted, tapping her cane on the floor. Despite her age, she stood during lessons, refusing to sit. Again, from the start. Elon returned to the opening of Winter Thaw. The piece began simply, with a delicate icy tune, then swelled into complexity, left and right hands weaving distinct rhythms. Mrs. Petrova closed her eyes, listening. As Elon reached the middle section, where the melody warmed and grew emotional, his fingers faltered again. He stopped. She opened her eyes. "You play the notes, not the music." "I don't grasp the difference," Elon admitted. Mrs. Petrova sighed. She approached the window, gazing at Fremont's lights below. "What does winter mean to you?" The question seemed odd. "Cold, snow, ice." "No," she turned to him. "What does it feel like?" "Not to the skin, but to the heart." Elon paused. Isolation. Silence. Anticipation. Mrs. Petrova nodded. "And the thaw?" "Relief. Renewal. A promise that growth will return." "Good." She pointed to the piano. "Now play that. Capture the melting ice. The hope returning after long darkness." Elon tried again. This time, he focused less on hitting keys and more on the emotions behind the notes. The music shifted, becoming less mechanical, more alive. "Better," Mrs. Petrova said when he finished. "But still insufficient. Your fingers must bleed before you play this piece right." As if her words were a spell, Elon noticed a small red spot on a white key under his right index finger. His intense practice had cracked the skin. "Should I stop?" he asked, showing her the blood. Mrs. Petrova laughed. "Stop. We've only begun. In Ukraine, we say music demands payment. Not with money, but with pain." She reached into her bag, pulling out a small jar of ointment. "Apply this. It'll toughen the skin. Then we continue." By 3 a.m. Elon's fingers were raw despite the ointment. He played the same piece repeatedly, sometimes just a few measures, refining each phrase. "Enough for today," Mrs. Petrova finally said. "You must rest." Elon stretched his hands, wincing. "I don't feel I've made real progress." "You expect too much, too fast. Even Antoni Berishevsky didn't master this in one night." She gathered her sheets. "Practice the opening tomorrow. I'll return next night." As Elon helped her with her coat, a question burning all evening escaped. "Mrs. Petrova, why did you teach this same piece to both Antoni and me? Of all the music out there, why this one?" The old woman's hands stilled. "Some music isn't for everyone. This piece requires a certain spirit to play it truly." She met his eyes. "I see that spirit in you both. But you don't think I can beat him?" "Not in technical skill, no. Antoni has trained daily since age 5. You stopped for decades," she patted his hand. "But there are ways to captivate an audience. Antoni plays to dazzle. You must play to connect." After Mrs. Petrova left, Elon lingered at the piano. Exhausted, he couldn't pull himself away. He played a few notes, then paused to inspect his fingertips. Small blisters formed where the skin had cracked. He opened his laptop, searching for Antoni Berishevsky's performance videos. Hundreds appeared. He clicked a recent Carnegie Hall concert. Antoni emerged on screen, tall and confident in a black tuxedo, bowing lightly before the piano. It was a Rachmaninoff piece, fiendishly complex, with thundering chords and lightning-fast runs. Elon watched Antoni's hands glide across the keys with inhuman precision. Every note was flawless. Every dynamic shift matched the composer's intent. The audience roared, rising for a standing ovation. It was intimidating yet instructive. Antoni played with absolute technical mastery, but something felt almost too perfect. He missed no notes, never hesitated, never seemed to struggle, like watching a masterful machine. Was this what Mrs. Petrova meant by playing to impress, not connect? Elon closed his laptop and returned to the piano. He replayed Winter Thaw's opening, this time focusing on the piece's emotions, not flawless execution. Winter. Isolation. The long wait for warmth. His fingers found keys by feel, not sight. Reaching the Thaw's middle section, he let the music flow naturally, like ice breaking on a river. This concludes our narrative journey. I trust you found this gripping saga of intrigue, cutting-edge innovation, and astonishing discoveries captivating. From where are you tuning in today? I'm curious to learn which corner of the globe this tale has touched. If this escapade held your interest, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for a steady stream of compelling, mind-expanding stories just like this one. Fresh material is posted frequently, ensuring you're always in the loop for the newest spellbinding adventures. Be sure to pass this video along to your loved ones and friends. It's a great way to share positivity and insight while expanding our circle of story enthusiasts. Your encouragement is invaluable. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to welcoming you back for the next tale.